Good evening. This is Maestro Cotello with the Dawn of War 2 Retribution Elite Modcast. Today, we have something a little bit different. We have a team free-for-all on Calderis Refinery. First of all, we have the purple team. Our first player on the purple team is deltakyklos. We're just going to call him Delta. He is playing as the Orc Warboss, a tanky melee hero who can run, stomp, disrupt, charge. With angry bits, he can get spiky armor to reflect damage back. He can use his Warboss globals like Use Your Choppers and Ard Boys. His teammate is Topi, playing as the Force Commander. Tanky, Space Marine melee hero, punches vehicles, shakes the ground with his Thunder Hammer, and makes you laugh with his funny voices. Next up, we got the blue team. This one starts off with Kvek as yet another tanky melee hero. We also have Dark Riku on the blue team, playing as Sindri, Trollface, Chaos Sorcerer, a spellcasting hero with long-range damage spells as well as a bunch of manipulation and tricking things. Next up, we got the green team with Mortarion as a Force Commander. I forget what the skin for this is called, but he's the Force Commander, another one who I already talked about. And then finally on the green team, we have ReaverFeaver playing as the Orc Kommando Nob, sneaky orc with bombs, knives, as well as a variety of guns. In this case, he starts out with a very powerful twin-link shooter, some of the most powerful ranged DPS for any ranged hero. So looks like we got the green team right here engaging the purple team. Some orcs versus orcs. Kvek's Warboss in right here. No, deltakyklos' Warboss in right here, and probably going to go down, to be honest. Although cutting it very close at about 20 or so hit points, and he does get out of there. But the purple team, well, losing that engagement at the very least, are getting pushed back right here by the green team. Meanwhile, over here, we have another Warboss. This one's Kvek's getting forced off by the purple team again. Now we have Topi over here. Oh my god. Topi's purple team getting in cover, about to defend against the Chaos Space Marines from Dark Riku. Dark Riku charging in now with his Chaos Space Marines as well as the Sorcerer. I don't know why his Sorcerer isn't shooting Doom Bolts, although he probably doesn't play the Sorcerer that much. So we have a lot of interesting things going on in this team free-for-all. First of all, this is Calderis Refinery, but look at how different it looks. Look at how different, like, the textures, just the map design, the colors, the overall feeling of things. Right here, we have something where this is a power generator or a power supply. If you destroy that, the victory point right next to it actually cannot be used, and you need to spend resources to repower the power supply. Right now, we also have a lot of VPs on this map. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I start with this one? Yeah, we have 7 VPs in total. 6 naturals for many of the different players, as well as 1 contested in the middle. We've got the green team in the lead with 2 VPs. Now actually the blue team has 3 VPs, but they still don't have much in terms of their VP count. But we got the purple team getting pushed back right here. So purple team now in base, and all of the teams are definitely, they're all placed next to each other. So we have Kvek, no, Delta in this corner with his teammate Topi. And we see, wow, we see a lot of this VP denial right here by destroying the power supplies, and that can actually be very powerful. If you can push forward to one of your opponent's natural victory point power supplies, they can't use their VPs, and they have to pay resources to get it back. We see shotgun scouts right here from Topi. Topi throwing a grenade, and wow, Kvek right here kind of not paying attention, and he takes the damage from it, although I feel like he didn't lose too many models, although he's got this one at 2 out of 6. Kvek's Warboss goes down. And we see more of this just destroying the victory point power supplies. It's so brutal right now. This is like the 3rd time we've seen it. And that's even a reason for getting a flame attack. We don't see as much, I feel like we're not seeing as much power disruption, and a lot of the power points are very natural. Like, this is such a very natural power point. Really have to push forward very hard to destroy it. Now we see, this is ReaverFeaver over here with his shooter boys. And wow, the green team in general going for a lot of that victory point disruption. And it's also, if they have a victory point, like if they have it already captured, it's not captured anymore once you destroy the power supply. So green team has a triple cap. Purple has a single cap. Blue team's still in the lead in terms of real VP count, but they do not have any captured. Chaos now getting forced off. These are Mortarion pushing ahead into Dark Riku, but actually just gets scared and runs away. Maybe because the Havoc was set up and he did not have anything really to counter it. His Assault Space Marines actually were not too far away, so not really a good retreat. Meanwhile, actually we are having a generator bash right here from, this is Delta again. He's gone for... I mean, we're seeing a lot of sluggers in range stance. I mean, they're like attacking ground or something, or using burned out house. All right, this victory point power supply, I'm assuming it was destroyed at some point, has been rebuilt, and now we're gonna have a cap go off down there. Luda squad from Kvek opening fire on these purple team tax. Now, Sir Topi is going to be a little vulnerable to suppression, considering he only has tax, scouts, and his force commander does not have any assault space marines. And I don't think it's going to be terribly easy to flank on this map. If anything, you're going to have... If anything, what's going to happen is your opponent is going to get flanked by the other team, by the third team. Kommando Nob going to go down right here, taking too much damage, goes for a stun bomb, does go down though, and stuns mostly... Oh wait, he did stun some opponents, but I feel like he stunned some of his own stuff, and oh man, he just got hit really, really hard. That was... Yeah, that was ReaverFeaver. I think he just lost 2 squads, certainly lost at least 1. Got hit really, really hard by Delta. Alright, meanwhile over here we have... The Sorcerer shot 1 Doom Bolt. I don't know what's going on. Now I think Riku went random. It didn't sound like he was too happy to get the Sorcerer either. I'm guessing he doesn't play the Sorcerer a whole lot. But now we do have some power destruction. Tax not shooting though for some reason. Tax just standing around, acting like wallflowers. This tax squad right here is still doing their job, and the Luda unsets up for some reason. And I like the way this tax squad right here, just standing, doing damage to that Shooter Boy squad, did a lot of damage while just tanking damage on their own. Really taking advantage of the unit matchup of tax having heavy infantry armor and being able to tank a lot of Shooter Boy fire while doing a lot of damage in return. Alright, so this purple team tax squad from Sir Topi going to start capturing this point right here, taking it away from the blue team. Right now it's the green team with a significant lead in victory points. They're at 590 to the 300s of the other teams. And we actually have, this is Mortarion with his Space Marines actually going for the middle. It was Dark Riku just trying to sneak his Sorcerer in to get the middle, but Mortarion went in full force trying to capture that middle VP, and it's the green team now has a double cap with the red team, or there is no red team. The blue team, well, just capturing. The infiltration is not really necessary at the moment, but we have Bloodletters out for Dark Riku. Most of these players, they're either still in Tier 1. We have a lot of people floating, like Delta and Mortarion. Only Dark Riku has gotten a Tier 2 purchase already out on the field. Reaver now getting a Weird Boy, and Sir Topi getting a Razorback out. Let me see, this victory point power supply probably about to be destroyed. Kind of a close call. Maybe, well, I was going to say, maybe Sir Topi can have his scouts repair. Are they going to do that? Can they do that? I think he tried and maybe couldn't. Either that or he just decided not to. Alright, back here we got... This is Mortarion again. He is the green Force Commander, the green Space Marines, although they're not really green, that's just his team. And he actually managed to win that engagement. It didn't really look like he was winning it. Kind of just looks like Delta ran away. Although maybe he saw this Razorback coming. Razorback now out on the field. And since most players are not in Tier 2, they are, they don't have... Well, I take that back. Because Actually, 2 players are in Tier 2. 2 players are actually going to Tier 3, while some players are just starting or just getting to Tier 2. So that's a little ridiculous. Kvek and Dark Riku going to Tier 3 when Delta and Mortarion are just finishing Tier 2. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to start seeing some Tier 3 units out on the field when Mortarion is just getting to Tier 2. We heard the echoing sounds of 2 knobs being purchased at the same time. And this Razorback right now is actually pretty much uncountered. Let's see, is this going to be upgrading to a Beamy Luda? It is, right in his face. That's actually going to be nice, because once it upgrades, it's going to take a shot, and that shot's going to do, like, a huge amount of damage. 1 Beamy Luda shot, no, it doesn't do anything. I get maybe line of sight was blocked by something, but it didn't take a shot at all. We got a VP destroyed right here. And is there anybody fighting? We got Bloodletters now for Dark Riku, as well as these Heretics. But green team still in the lead in terms of VPs at 790, 500s or 600 or so for the blue team, and only 400 for the purple team. Purple team needs to step it up. Now we have a Whirlwind as well from Sir Topi. Meanwhile, he lost his Scout Squad. I don't even know what happened. How did he lose his Scout Squad? He's going to need to get another one to repair his Razorback. Otherwise, that Razorback is not going to last very long at all. Certainly, this Whirlwind is actually done. I don't think he's going to get out of the fight. Oh, wow. The Luda shot something else. This weird canister thing might actually be, or maybe it's a turbine, might actually be a line of sight blocker or something. Alright, meanwhile over here, surprisingly little action at the moment for a team free-for-all. But Kvek already getting knobs out on the field. Dark Riku in Tier 3, but he needed to replace some Heretics. Meanwhile, we have a Power Fist Force Commander from Mortarion along with the Artificer Armor, so he's going to be tanky as well as doing a huge amount of damage, and he can punch any vehicles that he sees fit to get punched. And we're going to have some green team clash with the blue team, and the green team not winning this engagement. Grenade thrown, but Dark Riku just straight up dodges it. And these Assault Marines could jump. They could jump on the Havoc, although that might not have been a good idea considering there were Tzeentch Chaos Space Marines around, as well as Bloodletters and Heretics that could have made things just really bad for those Assault Marines. Purple team now rushing up. Now we actually have, like, multiple teams, like 3 different teams. We got the purple team pushing really, really hard. This is Delta pushing up all the way from here to fight the blue team, to fight Dark Riku. And I don't like Riku's positioning at the moment. This is actually not looking good for Riku at all. And I think he's going to need to cut his losses and get out of here. Nearly loses a Heretic squad. He's losing too many models on his Chaos Space Marines and has to be careful not to lose that squad. You do not want to lose a leveled, upgraded Chaos Space Marine squad. Cutting it very, very close. I think he will actually be able to get them out of there alive, though. So some close calls for Riku, getting hit by... Oh, someone getting hit by a Rox, or it looks like nobody getting hit by a Rox, in fact. Alright, Weird Boy out for Delta. Could go to Tier 3, I think. No, not yet. While Kvek, yeah, I think he actually canceled his knobs to get a Battle Wagon. And we see more of that VP disruption by destroying that Victory Point power supply. And, I mean, if anything, that's actually got to be definitely very powerful in this team free-for-all stuff, because it actually seems pretty easy to destroy those power supplies, and your opponent is not getting any VPs, and they need to pay resources to get that power supply back. So that really is pretty big, I think. Oh, Weird Boy gonna go down. Oh, maybe not. Certainly a close call. But we have double plasma attacks for some reason, and I have no idea why. Not even that much power armor to deal with. But here we go with the Death Rolla from Kvek. Just running around, crushing things. Is he going to wipe out that Scout Squad? He's still going for it. He's still trying to wipe the scout squad or something. Is he gonna get it? He's trying to wipe the scout squad. I think that scout squad will get some reinforcements. Yeah, that scout squad has gotten reinforcements, but Kvek rushing into base. Now Kvek needs to get out of there. He doesn't want to push his luck. Mortarion doesn't have that much in terms of AV, but still got a Power Fist Force Commander that can turn it off. It's like what the Force Commander's doing is when he uses Flesh over Steel, it's like he's pressing the off button, and you need to press it very, very hard. But Razorback's still alive for Sir Topi as well as his Whirlwind. But he must be playing very passively to keep those alive without even having a scout squad. He's got Terminators out on the field. He prioritized getting to Tier 3 and buying Terminators over getting a new scout squad. And these orcs just must be attacking ground or using Burned Out House or something, because they were still shooting while not actually hitting anything. Warboss is getting heavy armor, or at least he will once Delta actually gets to Tier 3. He's not in Tier 3 yet. Mortarion is also not in Tier 3 yet. Delta almost has enough red for a rock, so maybe we'll see another rocks come out of one of these players. We see some tank busters out for Reaver just to help him deal with whatever vehicles he might have to deal with, like maybe a battle wagon. And battle wagon now at only 1,545 hit points out of 2,700. And Mortarion, I kind of don't like the way he's... I mean, he had double plasma attacks and he decided to switch them out for double missile launchers. I think he's being a little overeager with some of those weapon upgrades, and this is now actually a terrible position for the battle wagon. And I would not be surprised to see Kvek use his battle wagon at the moment. Alright, he's using the speed of the battle wagon to get it out of there, to drive it out of there. Away from the double missile attacks. He did scare off the, I believe, the tank busters, who are not going to be busting any tanks today. And now we have a Warboss running around with his pal, the Sorcerer. And they're both going to just capture this point together. They're going to be very intimate together, and they're also going to get knocked down together. Alright, these players clearly don't realize that they both ordered their heroes to capture the same point, and they're both getting disrupted. Sorcerer just teleports away. We have a Terminator Force Commander as well as actual Terminators from Sir Topi. He has gotten repairs for his Razorback and his Whirlwind, I guess from his teammate. Alright, we got Ard Knobs in here against the Terminators. This is actually bad positioning for the Terminators. I almost feel like it's potentially bad positioning for Sir Topi in general, but actually, well, no, I'm wrong. Because the Knobs are getting chased off just because everything else is here. Although I may have been also misreading that, thinking that all these purple orcs were on the same team as these blue orcs, and Kvek is actually just running a Knob squad around by itself without the support of the rest of his army. We have a Orc Battle Wagon getting repaired by 2 Sluggers, as well as Heretics. Meanwhile, over here, we do have a Kommando Nob fully upgraded, and even switching out some of his upgrades. Going to switch out Booby Traps for Stick Bombs. He's also got the Sneaky Infiltration Kit and the Special Shooter. And we see a pretty big purple team presence in the middle, so now they're actually they might get one of these contested VPs on top of the 2 VPs that they already have. Except for the fact that we have a sneaky Warboss, but that Warboss not as sneaky as he thinks, because now he's getting disrupted by the Whirlwind. Kvek saying it's OP. He's not being serious. And you know, purple team actually doing what they need to do to get 3 VPs. They've got big armies, and now they're taking the middle so that they have a 3rd VP. But I think green team also going to try to get a 3rd VP as well, but they're not getting it because the blue team is attacking them, because that 3rd VP that they're going for is too close to the blue team. And I told the... Oh, a very nice vomit from that Great Unclean one. I told the purple team that they needed to step it up, and they did. They actually now have a triple cap. They are ahead of the blue team at this point. We had I feel like we had a very long Commando grappling hook. He went very, very far. And oh no, the weird boy is out of control. And apparently whatever happened must have been pretty funny. And Reaver has no units. Oh my god, what happened? I mean, the green team is now looking like they're not in a position to win this game. Since they have nothing, ReaverFeaver has a Shootaboy squad. Mortarion doesn't have that much, although he's floating a massive amount of requisition. Mortarion could actually very quickly fix his lack of squads problem. He could easily get another scout squad or another tac squad, and then some kind of other squad, something else that actually costs some power. So I don't entirely know what he's doing, but blue team actually now looking in a strong position. They're lowest on VPs, but they've got. Well, I was going to say they have the best positioning, but then I keep on misreading that Kvek is putting his battle wagon, or putting his units pretty isolated against other orcs, and then I keep just seeing a huge blob of orcs and thinking they're all allied. That's the end of this battle wagon for Kvek, and now all of Kvek's stuff is in here, right amongst all of Delta's stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. Some things are dying. I think we had a call to boys from one of these players. It's hard to even tell which one because we just have a huge mass of orcs, and it's hard to tell whose orcs are whose. We have an orbital bombardment on top of that, and I don't know if it's even coming from anybody on either one of these teams. This is Kvek. I think he's getting hit the hardest. I actually feel like that might have been an orbital bombardment from a player who wasn't on either of those teams. But triple cap for the purple team. Real VPs still in favor of the green team, but they're not looking strong with ReaverFeaver now just getting a bunch of tank busters. Wants to bust all the tanks there are, and there aren't even that many of them. There's mainly the Whirlwind and the Razorback, which even taking those out is not going to be, well, I don't know. This Whirlwind has been used a lot to deny all those VPs. And purple team actually holding on to this triple cap. They're holding on to the triple cap quite amazingly, and they're actually now looking in a very strong position. Blue team not looking so strong. They had army compositions. They had big armies, but they haven't had VPs. They've got a double cap. And right now at this rate, it's going in favor of the purple team. So it's up to the other teams to change that. I mean, the purple team, at one point, they were losing. So they made the changes. We got a sneaky Kommando Nob now. If he can get around there, if he can stay out of the detection range of these shooter boys, go around here and to the side, he can potentially take out both of these Space Marine vehicles. But he's not quite doing that. Oh my god! We just had like just a rain of missiles, and then after the rain of missiles, there was also some stick bombs, and something died, I think. Assault cannon, Terminator, Force Commander going in, and now we have a great unclean one from Dark Riku. Certainly, Kvek and Dark Riku still definitely have the army sizes. This Razorback getting too close. The Great Unclean One could just attack it, although he's prioritizing other things. He could just attack it. We have a Terminator call-in right here from Dark Riku because there's no other Chaos player around. Terminator call-in, but Dark Riku, I feel like, lost something else. I think he just lost Bloodletters, and this is actually now really, really bad positioning for his Great Unclean One. Where is his Sorcerer? He's going to want to... Yes, he's doing exactly what he should do, which was use the Warp Global to get the Sorcerer to teleport the Great Unclean One to his location. We have a 3-man Terminator squad at only 600 health, and they are... but still have all of their models quite miraculously. We have a Beamy Luda going down for, I think, Kvek. We had a sync kill, I think, from the Tax Sergeant. Does that happen? Is that a thing? Green team still with the VP lead. Still with the VP lead at 1,520. Purple team a little bit behind. They still have the bigger army, the better positioning, and now the purple team has the triple cap again. The blue team now with the no cap, with the and Dark Riku not being happy about green team attacking the blue team when blue team is in last. And if the green team just keeps attacking the purple team, I mean, yeah, if the green team just keeps attacking the red team, oh my god, too many colors. If the green team keeps attacking the blue team, The purple team's just going to take it. The purple team now with the quad cap. The quad cap. Didn't even know that could exist. The quad cap. Looted tank now out for ReaverFeaver. He's actually rebuilt an army, mostly of tank busters. Of course, it's not too hard to get a bunch of tank busters out on the field because they only cost 300 requisition and they don't even have any upgrades to get. And now VPs are actually pretty quickly going in favor of the purple team, except for the fact that they no longer have the triple cap or the double cap or the quad cap. They only have a single cap. So still kind of go in favor of the green team. And Mortarion, unfortunately, not doing all that well. Finally in Tier 3, turns a tack squad into a stern guard right out on the field. I don't know if that was such a great idea. That tack squad probably had at least level 2, if not level 3. And he's getting a Land Raider Redeemer. But now triple cap for the purple team again. Blue with the double, and now green with the no cap. Alright, things have gone quiet again. Purple team about to go for, I was going to say, oh, Librarian, go back here, get a quad cap for the team. But now it's purple team with both they both have the triple cap as well as the lead in real VPs. Finally taking it away from the green team at 1,656. Yes, 3 tank busters. 3. And this might actually be really, really bad for this looted tank. Can those base turrets suppress those orcs, those knobs? And yes, they can, and that saves the looted tank. And unless we have a frenzy, but I don't think so. Meanwhile, it's now a quad cap again for the purple team. We got a Chaos Predator from Dark Riku chasing down some units. I think it was chasing down the Razorback. The Razorback, wow, with 732 health. That's level 4 with extra armor and levels. I've never seen a Razorback with 732 health because you almost never see a Razorback live this long to get that many levels. I think we're going to have this... Are we going to have this Shooter squad die? Oh, we had something die, and yeah, the Shooter boys did die. Wow, now Delta losing his army, but he needs to rebuild it. He's got the resources to rebuild immediately. He's got 1,000 requisition nearly. So Delta needs to start building some units. His team is winning. He doesn't want to just let that go because he's not building stuff. Sure, Topi could even build a new squad. I don't know what he's going for. Maybe he wants to get like new Terminators or something, but... Oh, Sir Topi just lost something. I don't even know what he lost. Now, this is a battle wagon. Another battle wagon out for Kvek. I don't know if he wants to lose that one, too. But Delta definitely queued up a few things. He's got the Weird Boy building, and he's also got something else building after that, although I won't be able to see that until he finishes building the Weird Boy. But it's now looking pretty close for the purple team. The purple team now with the double cap, the purple team might take this. They're getting very, very close. I mean, neither the blue team nor the green team can really afford to let the purple team have much, because if they let them have stuff, oh, we might see a wipe on that scout. Close. One more cannon shot. Doesn't do it. Prioritizing the VPs, which, yeah, unfortunately, that's what needs to get done at this point. Might take out the... Yes, finally takes out that Razorback. So the Razorback is done, but, I mean, now we have a Predator, and that Predator's actually going to take out the battle wagon. Oh, just kidding. The Terminator Force Commander took out the battle wagon. I was wrong. But we're going to have... yeah, I mean, I guess right now, Riku... really, and Kvek probably really going for the victory point power supplies for the purple team, because they really can't be allowed to have any VPs. But that just might be giving the VPs to the green team, which now has the triple cap. And Kvek just said exactly what I thought. We just made the green team win. And I mean, in team free-for-all, it might just be tough like that, where there might be certain situations where one team might kind of be locked out of winning the game. Green team now actually getting the VPs back in their favor. They have the double cap while purple has the no cap, and they don't yet have the lead in real VPs. Purple now has a single, so that's going to start counting the VPs back in their favor. We do have this great unclean one from Riku trying to destroy this generator again. Great unclean one, vomits all over a bunch of orcs. But yeah, I don't know if the blue team can actually win this game anymore. But we do have Kvek still trying. He's got heavy armor, Warboss, also with Ardboys active, and he's just using that to tank all the damage while he captures this point. Pretty ridiculous. And he's staying out on the field and fighting. Although he's going to run out of health pretty soon, especially after now that Ardboys is worn off. Going for the Predator. Predator does have extra armor, but we do have no micro from Sir Topi and use your choppas from Kvek. That was ridiculous. Why did that happen? Alright, we got a Land Raider Redeemer out from Mortarion, as well as some Assault Terminators. But VP is now getting pretty close to being in favor of the purple team winning at 1917 with the double cap. Blue team has a triple cap, but I think they're just way too behind in real VPs. This looks like it's probably going to go in favor of the red team. The only hope for I think only the green team would have hope, and they would need to destroy the power generators from the purple team now, or they would need the blue team to do that for them. But otherwise, I think it's going to go in favor of the purple team. We have an orbital bombardment on top of the purple team VP. But quad cap now for the blue team, but I don't think it's going to be enough with the purple team so close to victory. They do need to get 2,000 victory points, and even if the purple team can somehow be stopped, I think it's going to be the green team instead. Yeah, I mean, well, Kvek is right here, and it's now a no cap for the... It's actually now a no cap. Oh, man, I see what the blue team is doing right now. Instead of destroying the points, they're just trying to capture everything, because that's the only hope that they have. It's still a single cap for the green team, and this point's still active right here. Riku's actually, I think he's going for the power generator. Is that what he's going to do? That's what he needs to do to stop the green team from winning, and he's going for that purple power, that green power generator. But now it's purple team capturing one again. A valiant effort, valiant late game effort by the blue team. Again, they actually managed to bring it surprisingly close, but I think it's still too little too late. Single cap for the purple team, and I don't think this one's going to be able to get destroyed or uncapped fast enough, and I think that's going to go in the purple team's favor. But wow, look at how close Kvek and Riku actually managed to bring it, but that's going to be it. Alright, so that was quite possibly, well, not actually quite possibly, but my first ever cast of a team free-for-all. Yeah, whatever. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Have a good night.